Hello, you're right. Perfect. I know how long that video is, so obviously I decided to have a little scratch. Hello, just at the time it was ending. You're right. Good evening. Welcome to. Hope you can hear me. Okay. I'm sure I'll soon start getting the messages through. If you can't, should be able to see me this evening though. So far, fingers crossed. No major catastrophes on the internet or camera front. Plenty of time, about an hour and a half for it all to go tits up, isn't there? Hello, shall I introduce the show? Probably should, Kev. Get on with that. Welcome to Noki 2020 Heat Free, new online UK comedian of the year in its long form, its full title. Obviously, I hope you're very well. Thank you for joining us this evening. We have got a few people there, haven't we? Hello. Thanks for tuning in. Look, if you've been here before, then to my lounge. Welcome to my lounge. Slightly different lighting this evening. Do you know I get heckled on this even for the lighting in my fucking lounge? Can you imagine that? Amazing. This is I guess once you're a viral sensation, then these kind of things happen, don't they? But yeah, look, welcome. Heat Free, 11 acts this evening for you. 2 can only go through, maybe a wild card from this heat. I don't know. If you've seen Heat 1 or Heat 2, good evening, Dion. Hello. Avelina getting better every week. I think you mean the picture quality, don't you? Not we can. Oh, even my wife's getting involved there. We can hear and see you. Amazing. Wow. Isn't good. That's one of the acts. Not for me. Whatever, not about them, is it? Sorry, no, actually, yeah, of course it is about them. Look, the 2 acts that we've had so far, the heats that we've had so far, sorry, absolutely ridiculous quality, like impossible for our judges that are locked away deep in bunkers so as not to be influenced by Russia or anywhere else for that matter as to who they should be putting through. It's been amazing, and no pressure on these guys. I don't want to jinx it, everyone's a bomb or anything like that. I'm sure they won't. I'm sure they're going to be amazing. But look, yeah, again, amazing acts for you this evening. 11 brilliant comedians all lined up, varying amounts of experience, I think it's fair to say, all within the 3 years that they've been performing for. But no, really, really exciting. And so glad so many of you have joined us early on. Matt McCann watching this from my prison cell. Got a TV for good behaviour. Well, welcome, Matt. We won't go there. We won't find out what the issue was. Look, there's a few rules, obviously. Of course, there is. Comedy. Can't have comedy without rules. That wouldn't be any fun, would it? The rules are: if you can join in a bit on the chat, tell us if you're in prison. Tell us what you're in for. Why not? Although maybe that's risky. Nothing too dark. There you go. Nathan saying, I think this week is going to be even harder to call. I agree with you, Nathan. It's a wicked lineup this evening. We really want you to get involved on the chat. It's brilliant. Shout out to your favourite acts, who it is that you're going to be cheering up. There you go. Let us know. I've written it already. It's like I'm involved in this show, isn't it? Let us know who your favourite acts are, who you want to go through. Give them a shout out. I will pass that message on. It will pop up on screen and everything as well. The other thing you could do, 55 of you watching on this stream at the moment, hit that little share button. Sharing is caring. We all know that, unless it's a virus, obviously, during a global pandemic. But any other type of sharing, obviously, is caring. So spread the word. Let other people know that you're listening. Give us a shout out on Twitter, on your Facebookies. That would be amazing as well. And the other thing, I mentioned this a couple of times during the show, don't I? If you're enjoying this free show, if you are, there's another little caption. So smooth. What a smooth start to the show. Look, you can help feed the dog, the Nodding Dog comedy, the beast that provides this for us. Chip in a quid, £2, whatever it might be. You don't have to. Don't feel under any pressure to do that whatsoever. It is a free show, so that you can all enjoy it on a Sunday evening. But if you could, look, anything you can chuck towards us will go towards paying the bills, helping my internet to keep improving, and all the rest of it as well. Now, I should warn, actually, there is a little warning at this point. No banner for this one, unfortunately. We've been being spammed on the Facebook page at the moment. It's been going on most of the day. I've been deleting the messages as quickly as I could, but there's some weird link that keeps coming up on there. I mean, it shows the show must be successful. That a crack team of spammers in India, it would appear, by the names and the locations and photos of the people that are doing this, saying watch live. Don't click on those. You will know, obviously, if you're watching one of those false links, because the picture and sound quality will probably be really fucking good, annoyingly, won't it? It'll probably be better than I'm able to manage myself. But no, just look out for those. I am deleting those as they pop up, but just watch yourself there. That's about it. That's me wittering on, isn't it? You know, that's my job. I keep wittering on until we get to a certain number of people watching. As I said, keep sharing. Sharing is caring. And big shout out to all the acts. It's a weird job doing this online without the, obviously, you know, I'm normally used to, aren't I? The adoration, the praise, the applause, the stamping of feet, the whooping, the hollering of a huge crowd of people in front of me. So all of the acts tonight, down the lens, that's what it's all about this evening. So your cheering is the comments, it is the sharing and caring and all the rest of it as well. And that will be hugely appreciated. Now, I know I've been heckled in previous weeks. You'll all remember the first show, wasn't it? They didn't hold back. What was it? 15 minutes in, still waiting for the comedy to start. This guy likes the sound of his own voice, doesn't he? Yeah, thanks for that. That was some lovely comments we had there. So I'm not going to witter on too much. But look, we're broadcasting live from Manchester, and we've got acts from all over the UK this evening who are on the show as well. So as always, I'll be getting confused about place names and locations, and no doubt offending a few towns. We had that horrible situation. I won't mention the place. I have actually been quite seriously bullied online by a couple of towns, just towns, you know, that I can no longer go to be fair. Didn't have a clue where they were anyway. But broadcasting live from Manchester this evening, and where we are on pretty much proper. Well, we still go out and do live gigs at tennis clubs. I'll tell you about those shows coming up a little bit later on. Loads of stuff to tell you about. There's a load on the go, but we've got this amazing show, haven't we? So we should probably quite soon. Probably, yeah, we should. Yeah, good. The numbers are okay. I'm going to go for it. I think what we're going to do this evening is, normally I find a place, don't I, and split it down the middle. So let's have a look what towns and places we've got. Potter's Bar, heard of it? Down south, it sounds like. One of our acts coming up later on is from Potter's Bar. That's the point at which I'm going to split the country. So probably you might need to Google map it, check it's a real place or not, maybe. Have a look. So what we're going to do, as we always do, is if you're to the left, as you look at a map of the British Isles, if you're to the left of Potter's Bar, your team won, okay? And if you're to the right of it, your team two. I hope it's not like when I picked Norwich the other week, and obviously to the right of Norwich, there's not very much, is there? There's a couple of farmers, I think, maybe someone on a canal boating break were the only people that were on the right-hand side of Norwich the other evening that were watching. But look, if you're to the left, you're my team one, okay? So I'd like you to just gently start that little round of applause at the moment, as if maybe your cricket team, if you're into such strange sports, maybe someone's just hit a little 4 there or something like that. And then we slowly bring it up a little bit, maybe to the level of where Kev's internet's working properly, and you're quite pleased about that, and you bring it up a bit more. And now I want the right-hand side, to the right of Potter's Bar, to start building up as well. That's it. And we bring it together in a great crescendo, and we hope that our first act is obviously ready as well. That's always the gamble with this. But please go wild and crazy. Give them an absolute ton of support, and welcome the first act to the stage, my lounge and yours this evening, the wonderful Mr. Leon Bukowski.
Hi, everyone. I'm here now. Here we go. Yeah, I've never really fitted in. It's really strange. Even when I was in school, I didn't really fit in. I was a little freckly, ginger-haired kid, and they sent me to the school counsellor. And she said to me, she said, listen, she gave me some advice. She said, life is like a box of chocolates. And I said, I know this. Life is like a box of chocolates. It's from Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And she went, no. Life is like a box of chocolates. No one likes the ginger ones. which I thought was ironic because she was a redhead. I said, hey, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. She said, people in stone houses shouldn't throw glass. What's your point? What you're thinking of is people in glass houses shouldn't throw orgies. In school, I tried to fit in by joining the football team. I was playing in Liverpool. I used to play in a place called Princess Park. I'm not really sure which princess it was named after. Maybe Crackerhuntus, because it was quite rough. Normally, I played left, right back in the changing room, minding the bags. Nobody wanted to play in defence. The only time we had a flat back four was when the crossbar collapsed. I was very proud. I was a striker, and I had my Predator football boots. They weren't really Predator football boots. They were just normal football boots, but they'd been given to me by Jimmy Savile. We were quite lucky. We always had a linesman. Sometimes as well, we had a cannabis man, and sometimes we had a crack man as well. One time, there was a big, huge fight. They were talking amongst themselves. I was in the goal mouth. Some people were going to cross the line. It didn't cross the line. It crossed the line. It didn't cross the line. In the end, I went down and said, listen, it definitely crossed the line. It was both homophobic and racist. Another time, I went to hospital after the game. I'd hurt my leg. And as I was going through the hospital, I saw two signs. One sign said gynecology advice. And right next to it, it said stroke center. And I thought, yeah, that's good advice. We had a crazy, crazy physio, and he came up with this thing called the Jesus Fitness Plan. It was good, but it was mostly cross-training. It included a special diet, and the diet was this. You couldn't eat for 40 days or 40 nights. After that, all you could eat was loaves and fishes, except for Easter, when all you ate was chocolate. We also had a little bit of Pilates in the Jesus Fitness Plan, but they pronounced it pilates. The jury was out on the pilots. Some people nailed it, other people washed their hands of it. At the end of the fitness plan, you were supposed to be able to, just like Jesus, turn water into wine. However, like always, all I could do was turn wine into water, which technically made me the Antichrist. And that kind of made sense because just like all my other diets, it went to hell. After the game, we often went out on the pull in the pub. My mate took me to the bar and said, what do you want? Mild, bitter, stout? I said, I don't really mind, as long as she's single. Then one time, I went up to this girl and said, hey, I'm a stud. What would I get if I took you out? An STD? Now, some people get offended by that joke. So sometimes I just have to explain it a bit more. So remember, I said, I'm a stud. What would I get if I took you out? An STD. Finally, my last joke. Met this guy who's my friend, and he brought his long-term girlfriend, and I said, she looks like a keeper. And he went, yeah, we're very much in love, we hope we're going to spend our life together. Oh no, she looks like a keeper. Peter Schmeichel. All right, looks like a really good show. Thanks very much. I've been Leon Bukowski. Goodbye. Or back to your host.
I don't know if you can hear. Oh, hello. That wasn't me that time. That was our producer that time. Yeah, producing what a blank screens. Well done, Leon. Thank you very much. Round of applause for Leon. I think a really tough. I know we always say that in the world of comedy. Tough going on first when there's an audience there. That's been wound up as well. Probably that was a Freudian slip that worked quite well. Yeah, unless they've been warmed up by me, obviously. But it is difficult going on first. So thank you very much for that, Leon. When we were doing our sound check earlier, because Leon, when he applied, I forgot to tell you where his base. That's one of the things, isn't it? We tell you where all the comics are from. Was in Penang. Penang, exactly. Not a chance to do I stand of working that out. Out in Asia somewhere. Obviously, I would imagine it's yeah. I'm Thailand. Yeah, it's got to be somewhere like that. Penang. I must sound so ignorant when I do this. Never mind. But yeah, it really. Can you imagine someone having really bad internet connection and their picture being rubbish? So I was really worried that obviously he was in Penang and he was having a couple of troubles connecting to us. Just so happened he's not in Penang anymore. He's in Wilmslow now. So look, even in rich, leafy Wilmslow, Leon did looked like he was in an old people's home there as well, didn't he? So bless him, he's come back home for a bit of recuperation. But no, a brilliant start to the evening. I'm sure you'll agree. There you go. Penang is in Malaysia. Thank you, Jim. You see, this is why it's really good. Yes, Hasib there. Look, Hasib Malik coming in, commenting there, producing blank screens. Yeah, Hasib went through the other week, tuning in, seeing what the competition is like. Are you, Hasib, for the grand final? I guess that's allowed. It's not really cheating. Is it loads of rounds of applause there as well? I am being heckled a little bit. Well, softly, though, this week. Nathan asking what he should do if he's directly below Potter's Bar. Which team is he in? Whatever team you want to be on, Nathan. I think we've sorted out our differences now, haven't we? Should we move on to the next act? This next act is from a place that I have actually heard of and that I'm fully aware of, actually. But again, it's down south. It's Weston-super-Mare. I don't know anything about Weston-super-Mare apart from, and maybe it is, and maybe this is why it's in my brain, but it does sound like that's like the location that T4 would have a pop concert at, isn't it? Maybe I'll find out afterwards if they've ever done that. Weston-super-Mare sounds like something that T4 would be. We're at Weston-super-Mare with who would be on that? Scissor Sisters, probably. Something like that. Shall I introduce the act? That was a lovely warm-up. Please go wild and crazy. Left, right of Potter's Bar, where, above or directly below Nathan. Please just all join in. Go wild and crazy. And welcome the amazing Capriella Hooper.
Thank you. So yeah, my name's Capriella, and I'm going to do some music for you today. So this is a song about one of the best relationships I've ever been in, and we ended on really good terms, me and Ty. So this is my song about Tyrone. I see an empty screen of where my boyfriend's Facebook used to be. He has ghosted me and blocked me, so now I'm all alone. So I went to history. You think you can ghost me, mate, in your dreams? I know where he sleeps and I need an answer, so I went to his home. Where is Tyrone? Where is Tyrone? Where is Tyrone? Where is? And I know he's the only one for me. And I'm showing signs of my personality disorder. And I broke the rules of my restraining order. So I sent him some voicemails. Hey, hey, it's me again. Hey, hey, who is Jane? I'm hiding in his shed. I also left a present on his bed. You think I'd see the signs? I'm at his house in the middle of the night. I'll be here waiting for when he does arrive. I'm so alone. Where is Tyrone? Where is Tyrone? Where is Tyrone? Where is? And I know he's the only one for me. And he promised me that he didn't cheat, but I'm not allowed within 15 feet. So I checked my voicemails. Hey, this time you've gone too far. Hey, you better not have keyed my car. Fun fact for all the women watching this, if you slash 3 out of 4 of their tires, their insurance won't cover it. It's true. Where is Tyrone? Where is Tyrone? Where is Tyrone? Where is Tyrone? I ain't got a fucking clue where he is. Okay, thanks. I'll finish on a quick joke. So, I recently gone back to work, and when I went back to work, my colleague said to me, they said, Capriella, how's the comedy career going? And I said, well, you know, it's a lot like Prince Philip. It hasn't got long left. And they said, Capriella, like when you go on stage, don't you get really nervous? And I'm like, no, because I'm a lot like Prince Andrew. I don't sweat. And they said, Capriella, like when you're on stage, like, and it all goes horribly wrong, what do you do? And I'm like, well, it's fine because I'm a lot like Prince Harry. I'll just fuck off. So on that note, I've been Capriella Hooper. Thank you.
Fantastic. Brilliant work. Thank you very much, Capriella. That was good, wasn't it? I didn't know there was going to be a guitar then. And I was talking about it. Western Supermare probably being the location of a T4 concert. I think that's what the kids call them, concerts, don't they? Something like that. Yes, better than the original Robert McGregor. I agree with you. That was superb. Really, really enjoyed that. Who we got? Oh, Darren Archer as well on the amazing Miss Hooper. A woohoo from Nathan. Lovely stuff. Well done, Nathan. Loads going on. Look at it. Loads of love for Capriella. Well done. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Look, I should have mentioned this before. Joseph, yes. Yes, Joseph, hello. Really good. Brilliant stuff. Loved it. Loved it. I should mention, if you do hear this noise in the background, then I'm vaping. Nothing out, no crack pipes or anything like that. There's comments flooding in. I'm gonna have to. It's like a good book. This you can you can enjoy the show again afterwards. You can watch it on our feed. But also, I must recommend the comments. I'm going to print them all off. Probably get a book deal or something, I'd imagine, from these afterwards as well. Now, the next place that we're going to, and this person is already getting some shout outs in the comments as well, which I love. So look, please keep doing that. Please keep chucking them in. I will do my very best to keep up with them as best I can do for you. And also, obviously, keep sharing. Sharing is caring. And as I mentioned before, this is ridiculous standard of comedy that we've got for you this evening on this free show. So you can click the little comment, help us feed the dog. I think it says in the comments, you'll see it wherever you're watching. Click on that. Chuck us a quid or two. That would be amazing. Help us keep making our live stuff, our online stuff, our podcast. We've got an absolute ton on the go. As well as a load of acts to get through this evening. But don't worry, I'll tell you all about what the Nodding Dog is up to at the moment. And I'll even ignore the comments about my shirt. You see, now you can see me. Maybe it was better for me when you couldn't. I'm going to get attacked even more personally. Don't worry, I can handle it. Chuck me the heckles. I don't mind. Look, the next act is from Bristol. So she'll know who she is, and you will as well quite soon. Put your hands together, go wild and crazy wherever you are. You know what, forget Potter's Bar now. I'm sorry to the actors from Potter's Bar that's on later on. I love it. I'm sure it's fucking amazing. All right, I'm sure it's a lovely place. But look, wherever you are in the UK watching this tonight, please put your hands together, go wild, go crazy. Someone in the comments has worked it out. And welcome to the stage the absolutely amazing Danny Johns.
Hello, thanks guys. It's lovely to be here. Thank you for having me. As Kev said, my name is Danny Johns and I am a recovering chav. So there's that. And look, I think we're probably all in a very similar position at the minute, but I'm really skint, especially since coronavirus shat all over my entire life. But one good thing has come out in my life recently, and that was when I found out that my boyfriend is really rich. And you know what? The funny thing is before I found out he was minted, I kind of felt like we were having some relationship issues. But now everything's amazing. It's fantastic. But I wouldn't say I'm a gold digger, because I'm not really. Like, if I was, I'd make it really easy on myself. And I go out with somebody who's like 50 years older with a heart condition and a severe peanut allergy. And then do you know what I do? I would just eat a Snickers, give him a blowy, and hide his EpiPen. I'd be done with it. I wouldn't hang about, like I really wouldn't, but I'm not really like, I love my boyfriend to bits. He's lush. And his family are really nice too. But his dad's got a bit of a weird job. Okay, so his dad is a colonic hydrotherapist. So that's basically posh people speak for he shoves a tube up people's assholes, squirts them full of water, and charges them 150 quid. 150 quid. And like, to be fair to him, he's a nice bloke, and he did offer me a free treatment, but obviously I said no, because it'd be a bit weird to have two people in the same family who've been up my ass. Especially father and son. This is not OnlyFans. But no, like, to be fair to them, they are all really lovely. And the first time I met my boyfriend's parents, they ended up invited me and him out for a meal. And it was posh, right? It was really posh. We got to this restaurant and there was like massive oil paintings on the walls. There was like 4 forks on the table, and like the menus weren't even laminated. Okay, and I'm sitting with these very posh people in this very posh restaurant, starting to feel like I wore too big of a hoop for the occasion. I couldn't do anything like that. And it was all going quite well until the waiter brought over the wine list. And my boyfriend's dad goes, "Oh, Danny, I think it would be really lovely as our guest for the evening if you would choose the wine for the table." I was like, "Oh, bugger, no. Like, I don't drink wine. I don't know nothing about wine. I am a cider girl." You know what I mean? Like, give me a can of Thatcher's Haze any day and I'll be thrilled. Wine, I don't know nothing about it. But obviously, I'm trying to make a good impression and I don't want to be rude. So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, Sebastian, pass the list." I'm reading this bloody wine list. I ain't got a clue what I'm looking for. Half of it's written in like foreign. And then about halfway down the list, I do see one that I recognise. So I'm like, "Oh, amazing." So I point out to the waiter, he gets it, he serves it to the table, and my boyfriend takes a sip of this wine and he goes, "Oh, sweetie, that is a fantastic choice. What made you choose the Chardonnay?" I said, "To be honest with you, babe, I picked the Chardonnay because it's the only one I recognised. It's my cousin's name." So, guys, I think that's all I've got time for. Thank you for having me. I'm Danny Johns, and see you later. Cheers, Kev.
Excellent stuff. Brilliant. Really enjoyed that. Round of applause for Danny Johns as well. And again, in the comments, everyone going wild and crazy. It's good. I love it. You get your teams on, don't you? Your people that you're rooting for and cheering on. Absolutely brilliant stuff. I love that. We're going to go quite quick into the next act. And we're going again. I got very excited, didn't I, the other week when we went to Wales. We have been to this other country in the UK. Oh, you see, you can tell how desperate I am in lockdown to get out and about, can't you? You know, we live quite close to Didsbury in South Manchester. Obviously, under normal conditions, we'd have had about 4 holidays already this year. Absolutely gutted. So yeah, just even talking to someone in another country, as much as this country is connected to ours, is still very exciting for me. All right, so look, go wild, go crazy for our next act is all the way up in Dundee. Yeah, it's international. I'll take that as international in the Nocky 2020 competition. Please, Potter's Bar, wherever you are, the whole of Scotland, obviously, will be rooting for you. I'm sure they will. Get behind him. Give him a huge welcome to the stage, the wonderful Chris Ashworth.
Thanks, Kev. It's good to be here on Heat 3 of Nocky 2020 as we begin to leave what has been quite a tough lockdown. Although, if you ask me, no one has had it quite as tough as America's bright, up-and-coming young school shooters. They're having to work from home now, and that's really hurt their numbers. But I've had a lot of pals who, isolated alone, resort to more and more extreme methods of combating the boredom and loneliness of lockdown life. One of my pals even drove up to get his first dog. Beautiful Belgian Shepherd. Drove her all the way home, only to quickly realise that he's allergic to her and now locked down with her. Absolutely hilarious. But it has a happy ending because he found out that it's actually not that bad being allergic to her, as long as he remembers to wear a condom. I used to live with my pal. We shared a flat in Belfast, but we would always argue. So we tried that thing from Friends. You know where they get duct tape off half of the living room, then they flip a coin to see who gets what half. He is far luckier than me, though. He got the bottom half. The number one thing that couples argue about is money. Not me and my girlfriend, though. We tend to just argue about the kid and how we're going to get it back to its parents. You know what's disappointing? There's no butter in buttermilk. There's no jelly in jellyfish. And don't even get me started on kumquat. Did you know that if you add up all of the numbers from 1 to 100 consecutively, you have autism? It takes 3 whole alligators to make 1 pair of boots, but it only takes 1 alligator to ruin your birthday party. When I'm struggling at the gym, the rude sandstorm really helps me push through the wall. I fucking love glory holes. Experts have said that an average session of sex burns 100 calories. I don't know, that seems a little bit low to me. They obviously haven't counted the calories burned changing into my Spider-Man costume. Did you know that an African elephant only has 4 teeth? When I'm finished with it, I will leave you on one last one. Real talk. I hit a new low recently. I got rejected for a job. It was at a funeral director's, and it sent me on a downward spiral. Frankly, it was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was going to kill myself, but I didn't want to give them the business. That's all from me. Thanks very much.
Superb. Thank you very much, Chris, doing Scotland proud there. Well done. Absolutely great stuff. Brilliant. We're trucking along this evening, aren't we? Maybe it is my it's a bit lumberjacky. Lumberjacky? Could you say that? I guess you could. I have said it. I don't know if Seymour keeps saying stuff. I think he is talking about my lounge. Never mind. Keep going, Seymour. Keep going, mate. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, it is a bit truckerish. Maybe I can handle that. I've had worse things said to me. I'm not going to encourage you to say any worse than that. Yeah, thank you very much. A few people chipping in as well, which we really appreciate. That does mean a lot to us at Nodding Dog Comedy. We've got loads on the go at the moment. Obviously, we've got people tuning in from all over the country here, and Scotland and Wales, I'm sure, as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Love it. The UK competition. Brilliant to have you all on board. Cheers for that. If you're anywhere near Manchester, though, we've got some live gigs. Can you believe it? We're actually doing like, don't tell police or anything. No, don't worry, it's not. I've not got like 50 people coming to watch gigs in a warehouse or anything like that. Honestly, at the moment we haven't. No, we're doing some outdoor, socially distanced, obviously, all safe, all within the guidelines, Governor. All right, we're not doing anything wrong here. Nothing for you to worry about. Stop sniffing around. No, it's all good. We are in West Didsbury, South Manchester. We've got 2 weeks of them left. So last week, get this, how ridiculous is this? Boothby Graffo and Russell Kane. Yes, outside to 100 people. Absolutely amazing night that we had down at the Albert Club in West Didsbury. This week's gig on Thursday, this Thursday gig, already sold out, and we put like an extra 50 tickets on sale, and they went like literally within hours for it as well. Mike Newell and a very special guest who we're not allowed to mention, but if you did come the first week, then it was given away on stage accidentally and all that, obviously, as well. So that's this Thursday, unfortunately, sold out, but there are still, and they're going mega quick. So if you're anywhere within traveling distance of Manchester, which I get is like the world in it, really. So if you're in the world, there'll be restrictions. Of course, there are lockdown and everything. Look, if you can easily get to South Manchester and you fancy some lovely live comedy, all respectfully done, sat within the beautiful grounds, and not even exaggerating, it's absolutely gorgeous down at the Albert Club, the outdoor venue that we've got there. Absolutely stunning. On the 20th, Thursday, the 20th of August, get this, Harriet Dyer and Dame Baptiste. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. In South Manchester, our little gig to 150 people. Absolutely, Harriet is one of my all-time favourite acts from the circuit anyway, but Dame Baptiste, I mean, legend. So relevant at the moment. Absolutely brilliant stand-up. There's about, at last check, about 30 odd tickets left for that. That's all. They're going to go mega quick, way before the event. So if you fancy it, get onto our Facebook at Nodding Dog Comedy or our Twitter at Nod Dog Comedy. Check it out on there. The links to all the tickets are there as well, and all the other stuff that we're up to. There's loads, but I won't do the hard sell and tell you about that just yet. Look, everyone has been absolutely amazing this evening. Has to be said. Thank you so much to all the acts, as it's been all the way through the competition, really throwing themselves into it and enjoying it as well, as strange as it is doing these gigs online. Let's go to our next act, shall we? Down south again. We're off down to St Albans now. That sounds very posh, doesn't it? I do know St Albans. I think it's got some posh bits. Nice part of the country, that is. Put your hands together. Go wild. Go crazy. I can see them. They're all ready to go. Welcome to the stage, the magnificent Eamon Goodfellow.
Hello, the internet, and thank you for not wanking for the next 3 minutes. I just imagine somebody watching this at home, sort of like trying to knock a quick one out and then thinking, what the fuck did he just say? What can they say? What can they say? Because I don't know about anybody else, but my emissions have certainly increased during lockdown. And bubbles, what the fuck is this thing about bubbles? Your social bubbles, your household bubbles. I can't get my head around what these bubbles mean. I hate them. Bubbles suck. And in fairness, that's a phrase that you haven't heard since Michael Jackson died. But as Kev said, yes, I live in St Albans, and it is quite posh. I mean, the only thing that we panic bought down here were ponies and holiday homes in the Dordogne. As I'm sure you can tell from my accent, though, I'm not originally from St Albans. I'm originally from Armagh in Northern Ireland. And in reference to Capriella earlier on, when she wants to know where Tyrone is, it's right beside Armagh. I grew up in a town called Lurgan. Now, you might wonder why I didn't go back down there for lockdown. I'll tell you, because it's a shithole. In fact, Lurgan's so bad, it's twinned with Chernobyl. And Chernobyl's trying to get out of that deal. If you can imagine, ladies and gentlemen, if the world had a sphincter, it would be the Lurgan Ring Road. So I grew up there in the 1980s with my 3 brothers and 4 sisters. Yes, we were an Irish Catholic family. Well, in fairness, whenever we were growing up, we received our sex education from a Catholic priest. A middle-aged celibate man told us all about, well, as we thought they were celibate at the time, told us about the birds and the bees. Now, bear in mind, in an Irish Catholic education, head boy was more of an instruction man of position. You got really good at it, you got to be the headmaster. Nobody wanted to be the milk monitor, though. So there was 10 of us in this 2-bedroomed terraced house in Lurgan. And whilst we never walked in on our parents having sex, we did have to step over them occasionally. But I moved from Lurgan to Glasgow because I wanted to live somewhere slightly more violent. In fact, it's so violent in Glasgow, even the Alsatians have ankle tags. It was while I was there, I got into comedy in the first time. I did my first ever comedy gig. I burst out onto the stage and said, "Hello, Glasgow. My name's Eamon Goodfellow, and I'm a stand-up comedian." And a guy sitting in the front row said, "I think you'll find we'll be the judge of that, pal." But people say, it's not odd doing online gigs. No, I've had worse gigs than this. I mean, I did a gig in Brighton last year, and it was a bit like this gig. It wasn't going well. And all I said was, a Northern Irishman hasn't bombed this badly in Brighton since the 1980s. That's all I said. But, ladies and gentlemen, things are getting better. Yay! Strictly is coming back. Yay! Did you know Prince Andrew's a big fan of Strictly? Yeah. Well, I think so. They found a lot of American and smooth on his internet history. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Eamon Goodfellow. I'll hand you back to Kev. Thanks.
Superb. Thank you, Eamon. Brilliant stuff. Lovely. Love it. It's just so nice to see people passionate about what they're doing, throwing themselves into stuff. Brilliant. Oh, I love comedy. Can't wait till we're properly out in the clubs and everything again. And all these guys and girls that we're getting on here. I owe all of you. I'm saying this live now, aren't I? You can play this back to me. I owe all of you real gigs when we're up and running again. Need to get you out in the venues, but yeah, brilliant pattern tonight. It's lovely, and all you guys as well online. This is me. That's where the comments are. By the way, I'm not struggling to maintain eye contact with you. Some great stuff. Thank you very much for all your comments. Look, let's keep going. Let's keep the wheels of this internet behemoth rolling onwards, shall we? We are off to Tildesley now, just to give them the nudge so they know where they are. Hope the sunburn's okay. Settled down a bit for you now, mate. Let's welcome him to the stage, shall we? Go wild, go crazy for the magnificent David Broadbent.
How you doing, Kev? You all right? Hello, everyone. My name's David Broadbent. I am from Oldham. I know what you're thinking. You can't see any neck tattoos, but it's true. I am. Let's face it, I'm not going to make that sort of shit up. I am very proud to be from Oldham most of the time, except when I go on holiday, because you know how it is on holiday. You sit around the pool and you start talking to people because, you know, from the north, I'm friendly. And after a couple of minutes, they ask that dreaded question. Where are you from? Well, 95% of this country recognises Oldham from Murray Hindley and race riots. So I think very carefully before answering Manchester, because if you do answer Oldham, you get that look. You know the one. It's 1/3 fear, 1/3 sympathy, and 1/3 how the fucking hell have you afforded this holiday? And that's just in Blackpool, the cheeky bastards. That said, I do love London. I love my trips down to London because, let's face it, it's really posh. There are parts of West London that are so posh, even the Greggs is called Gregory's. That's how posh it is. Went down there a few years ago for the Queen's 90th birthday party. I was invited to a street party in London. It was awesome. There was bunting hanging out from all the windows. Jerusalem and Rule Britannia were blasting out. People waving Union Jacks, and not even in a racist way. It was brilliant. Each household was asked to contribute something to the street party. Ladies and gentlemen, I shit you not, 47 types of hummus and something called crudités. Now, I'm from Oldham. I thought vegetables came in tins. So that was an eye-opener. So I grew up in Oldham in the 1990s, and my school was all right. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to be a supply teacher there, but it was okay. In fact, once a group of year 11 lads got hold of a supply teacher, kidnapped him, and locked him in the library. Now that came as a massive shock to me. I had no idea we had a library. All's well that ends well now, though. He's currently rebuilding his life somewhere on a small island off the north coast of Scotland. So everybody's happy. Going back to those times, though, we, in order to talk to girls, we didn't have dating apps, we didn't have social media, we barely had the internet. So we had to rely on that triple threat: wit, charm, and bottles of 2020. We also had that tradition, the school disco. None of this American prom bollocks that you get now, a proper school disco. You know, the ones where the school gym is magically transformed into a school gym. And it's supervised by the very teachers that should not be allowed within 5 fucking miles of a school disco. Still, it kept them out the park on a Friday night, I suppose. And then there was always that one, and you had to breathe on him as you walked in to check for alcohol on your breath. Who volunteers for that job? It's essentially just having a load of teenagers heavy breathing on your all right, yeah, now I get it. On the night, though, itself, just before 9 o'clock, because that's when your parents would come and pick. We, as a group of lads, had just about had enough vodka in Tizer bottles to loosen us up to be brave enough to go and talk to the girls. Well, the girls that weren't in the car park. The 19-year-old boyfriends getting fingered in a Fiat Punto. Bastards. Sometimes it'd go well, and you'd get a snog under the climbing ropes, and you'd get to give a girl a love bite because they'd be wearing them little candy necklace things. Yeah, that was a green light right there, wasn't it? Sometimes it'd go very, very well, and you would end up rubbing at the front of each other's jeans with enough ferocity in Lynx Africa to start a fire. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot penetrate denim with a finger, but we fucking tried. It was like trying to feed a cat through a letterbox. And I will leave you on that thought. I've been David Broadbent. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Superb stuff. Thank you very much, David, doing Oldham proud there. Didn't say that on your address, though, did it, mate? On the application, definitely said Tilsley, which I know is close to Oldham. But no, that's all good. Brilliant stuff, David. Thank you very much, mate. And again, look at this. Loads of love coming through. There's I think they're smiley faces. Well, they weren't people being sick, were they? I was just trying to see that. No, they weren't. Definitely loads of smiley faces. Rich Evans wondering if David is the mayor of Oldham. He may well be. I know nothing about these people. Lorraine loving it. John Cotton, brilliant. David. Oh, it's so nice, isn't it? Claire Mills, he was very funny. I like no messing around with Claire. She says it how it is, doesn't she? We all know Claire Mills. That's what she says. He was very funny. A lady, a few words, but get straight to the point. I like that. Look, let's keep the momentum going. I think we're building tonight. And again, wouldn't you admit, the quality, the standard is absolutely out of this world. It's amazing. Let's keep that going, shall we? To the left of wherever, to the right, above, below, or even if you're right in the center of the universe, like I am. Obviously, I'm right at the middle of it. What am I talking about? Please put your hands together. Go wild and crazy for the absolutely amazing Lauren Duglin.
Hiya, I'm Lauren Duglin, and I almost wore a bikini today because, God, it is hot. But my dad is watching, so I didn't want to make him jealous because that man looks in a one piece. But he's a very proud pops at the moment because during lockdown, I got engaged. I know. Everyone wants to know, oh, how did he do it? How did he do it? Guys, it's 2020. It's a leap year. I did it. It helped it was lockdown because then he didn't really have anywhere else to go either. But everywhere now, everyone just wants to know, oh, what are you doing for the wedding? Where are you having the wedding? How's the wedding planning going? Where? But it's more than a wedding, isn't it? It's more than just that one day. It's the hen do as well. And I love a hen do. Best hen do I ever went on was to Benidorm. Now, if you've never been to Benidorm, it's like a university freshers week on a perpetual loop. But instead of young, hot students, it's 50-year-old women called Linda having divorce parties and declaring that they're now cock destroyers. Our bride tribe consisted of 9 white women, all mothers, all excited to have a weekend away from the kids and to catch a tan. And me, who arrived childless and brown, so was already winning. When we'd go out on the Benidorm Strip to get drinks, all the club promoters would be like, Rihanna, come into our bar. And I'm like, guys, I see what you're doing. I'm not Rihanna. I'm Rihanna's cousin. Because, you know, I still wanted to get that watered down free Grey Goose, you know what I'm saying? But we did loads of activities on this hen do, right? And the first activity we did was mermaid school. Yeah, that's right. A school to learn how to become a mermaid. As a former educator and current human person, this really pissed me off. They spent £250 to get their pictures taken in a pool in fins and bikinis, looking less aerial and more satellite dish. I decided to save my money for the important things in life, you know, like bills and chicken nuggets. So I sat on the side. Little voice from the pool. Don't worry, babe. You could be our Sebastian. Sebastian, the crab. The Jamaican crab. Not even Ursula, the misunderstood businesswoman. No. But, you know, of an evening, we did take ourselves to a drag show on the outskirts of town. I say drag show. It was a 65-year-old man called Keith in a sparkly Bon Marché dress singing along to Shirley Bassey's greatest hits. When he saw me in the audience, he did take off the blackface makeup though, which I really appreciated. Word had obviously got around that Rihanna's cousin, she don't stand for that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? But me and my partner, we met on Match.com. I decided to go for the website rather than the apps because I'm bougie. And whilst on Match, I discovered that some men don't know how to communicate with women. One guy sent me, tell me your location, I'll book us a hotel. Does that ever actually work? But for me, I was lucky and found the man of my dreams. It wasn't the guy who asked me to send naked pictures of myself because he was transitioning from a man to a woman and mine was the body he wanted. I should probably see how he's doing. I'm Lauren Ducklin. Have a good night. Thank you.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, Lauren. Amazing. And yeah, I did. You hung a sheet up in the background there. I appreciate. I'm going to make a little note of that. The effort that people go to. No, it's all good. Thank you, Lauren. Brilliant stuff. And congratulations as well on the engagement during lockdown. You see, it's not all bad news, is it? There's some wonderful stuff still going on out there. And I did spot actually Lauren's dad sharing the event on the old Facebook earlier as well. So I was very respectful, Mr. Duglin, if you're watching us, made sure I wasn't too rude or swear or anything like that before Lauren was on. Look, loads of love again. Sarah, congratulations. Seymour, loving that as well. Oh, howdy, Eric. Oh, I think that's a dad. Hello, Dad. I think that is. Yeah. Oh, Katerina as well. Hello. Go back to let's get the dad there. Look at, oh my, intimidating or what if you were going to be proposing to Lauren there. Look at that handsome chap. Dressed up to the nines as well. Absolutely beautiful. Great stuff. I don't know why I'm calling him Dad. I've not just got engaged to Lauren, have I? Oh, that's brilliant. I love it. Sarah, loads of love. Look, there's rounds of applause going on. Oh, it's amazing. You're all fantastic. Thank you very much. My job's harder tonight because my internet's working. At least I had loads of stuff to complain about. You know, that was filling my links before, wasn't it? Was in between bits. I don't know. I might sort of tell you about that. So we're all going a bit crazy during lockdown from time to time, aren't we? And look, guys and girls, don't want you to give me too much kudos here, but I actually helping Mrs. Rook out earlier today, hung some washing up, I know, on the line and everything else. I know what an absolute hero I am. But going slightly crazy, I in amongst the laundry spotted something and thought, hang on a minute, Mrs. Rook has bought some new underwear that I'm not aware of. And genuinely, it did puzzle me for a couple of minutes, but no, she was just washing the face mask. But true story, I was actually like, how the hell would she wear that anyway? There you go. That's what I was doing earlier today. I know you don't need to give me praise, everyone on the chat. All right, for helping out a bit around the house. I know, guys. I know. Ledge. I do way more than that. I'm being ironic. Of course I am. Look, again, the quality tonight is superb. Each act, one after the other, coming on and smashing it out of the park, which is amazing. Thank you so much, all the acts that have been on so far and continuing online, all of you. Oh, Nathan, you ruined it. We're getting on so well. You could learn a thing or two from his dress sense. I think you're talking about Lauren's dad, comparing it to my lumberjack shirt, aren't you? You must admit, if you've been watching every week, the effort I am making is getting less and less every show. But now I know that you can see me, I might need to step that up. I mean, I'm only a few steps from just doing this in my pants, aren't I? Smoking crack and drinking straight from a bottle of JD or something like that. Maybe, who knows? Keep watching. Maybe by Heat 6, something to look forward to. My continual breakdown during lockdown. Lovely. Well, on that high point, should we go to our next act? I think we should. This guy's a long way away. That impressed me. He's all the way down in Plymouth. I've heard of that place. I've been there as well. Gig down there many moons ago. Lovely part of the world as well. Look, please put your hands together. Go wild. Go crazy. Welcome from his, I don't know what room he's in, lounge to yours, the wonderful Mr. Christian Russell Pollock.
Hello. Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be here. Comedy's back. It's awesome. Look, I'm here in my living room talking about effort for a Zoom background. That is a color coordinated bookcase you're looking at there. That is a man who's not written enough jokes, is what you're looking at. That is someone who spent his time in the wrong place. I'm so happy to be here because in the other room, my girlfriend is doing our Sunday night quiz with the in-laws, and it is a bliss to be out of that. It's so nice to not have to try and work out the capital of Lesotho for a Sunday. So I don't even care if I get through. It's just good to be out. Folks, as Kev said, I'm from Plymouth, sunny Plymouth. It's a lovely part of the world. Not everything's great. I mean, it's been nice seeing the other acts backstage, actually, because I'm not used to seeing that many teeth. But it's good. It's good. I live 400 meters from a kebab shop with a 1-star food hygiene, which has a sign up in the window that says we also do weddings. So it's a great place. I love it here. I love it here. We've got loads of stuff. We've got our own version of the Spice Girls. That's just a couple of sisters selling legal highs, but it's great. It's just a great place to be. And I love it. I just love being here. I'm not from Plymouth originally. You might detect from my accent. I'm from a place called Folkestone in Kent, another sort of rough place. Yeah, like I got out when I was about 16. And at that time, it had the highest percentage of teenage pregnancies of anywhere in the United Kingdom. Now it's Plymouth. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me. I don't think it's me. I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Christian Russell Pollock. You can see it on your screen. I mean, look at that, taking up pretty much the whole of the screen there. It's a ridiculous name, isn't it? It's awful. It's not memorable. It causes me problems all the time. Causes me problems in call centers. I get a lot of hi. Can I have your surname? Yeah, it's Russell Pollock. Okay, Mr. Pollock. No, it's Russell Pollock. Oh. And your Christian name? Christian? Yes, your Christian name. Christian? Yes, your Christian name is Pollock. No, it's not Mr. Pollock. It's Russell Pollock. It's Russell hyphen Pollock. Oh, how are you spelling hyphen? You're not. It's just Christian Russell Pollock. Oh, okay. We've got you down as Christian Russell Pollock. Yes, that's right. It's a double-barreled surname. That's nice. It's not nice. It's fucking annoying. That's the reason that even though they've been closed for over 5 years, I've still got an ongoing direct debit with Blockbuster Video. Dreadful name, Christian Pollock. Turns out it's terrible for marketing as well. Made myself a little logo. That's awful. I mean, I'll show you it. You can make your own mind up. I just don't know what it says. Well, I don't know what it says about me as a performer. Yeah, it's what I was worried about. Wrong font. There you go. You can hear my timer in the background. I've done my time. Thank you ever so much. I've been Christian Pollock. Thank you and good night.
Superb, brilliant. Look, amazing, really funny. Color-coded bookshelf. Yeah. Timer for his timing as well. What an organised young man, and a double-barreled surname as well. So fair play on to you there, Christian. If people say nothing else, they can't criticise your dedication to just being very organised and having things just right. No, that was amazing. Yeah, there's people saying all sorts of things in the comments now about right. Anyway, sorry, Christian was hilarious. Thank you, Jesse there. John, just a thumbs up from John. Thank you very much, John. I like it. Smiley faces all over the place. Sarah Crowley, after my comment of mistaking these for a mystery, a rogue pair of knickers, is telling us how a process, a woman did wear a thong on her face. And maybe, I mean, we're gonna when the virus is gone, when it just disappears, Trump's told us that's going to happen. We'll have to find new uses for all these things, won't we? Have to find something else to do with them. So maybe I'm just helping out Nathan there. Yes, that was a lovely bit of name material as well. Farah said, my wife, that he should go through for that bookshelf alone. There you go, guys. That sums up what impresses my wife, what my life is like, doesn't it? A little bit. Anyway, and Seymour as well. Good job, Christian. We're down to the last three. Then we've got some special guests. Then the judges deliberate. They get on the phone to me. They come in my ear, as they do every week on the show, and they let me know the two acts that are going through. So if your favourite hasn't been on yet, or they have, keep letting us know in the comments. Keep letting us know what's going on and what you're enjoying, whether it's you're judging people on their bookshelves or their backgrounds, whatever it might be. Where are we going to next? Oh, very close to home. I know this chap. He entered the West Didsbury Comedy Festival when that used to exist, when we could properly do gigs inside and everything. I know we'll tell our children about that one day, won't we? We'll tell them about that life that we used to live. They won't believe us. I think we're all mad, licking each other and spreading germs here, there, and everywhere. Oh, they were good times, though, weren't they? I miss licking people. Anyway, please go wild, go crazy. Welcome to the stage, the fantastic Ryan Kenny.
Hello. I don't really like performing in front of other people, so this is, well, it's going to be just as fun for you as it currently is for me. As you could tell from this, I was bullied at school, I was bullied at work, and I'm bullied at home. And during the beatings, my little sister would often say to me, "Ryan, you need to get yourself a new hobby." So I did. I took up poetry. It didn't help, but at least I had a way to process. So I'm going to process with the group, if that's okay. Thank you. This first poem is called Pauline. The reason why will become very obvious very early on in the poem. Pauline gasped. She'd never seen a cock so big. She blushed as she stared at Robert's prize-winning chicken, who had an enormous knob. Most of my poems are based on true stories, but this next one's actually, well, next one is a true story about myself, actually, but I've changed my own name to protect my own identity. Tim's mother called him. "Help! I've fallen down the stairs!" she screamed onto his answer phone. Tim called her back each day for 4 days. No answer. So Tim assumed she no longer needed any help. I've got a girlfriend. I know. I consider her to be a bit of a wag, actually. She stinks of dog food. And I actually wrote a poem about my girlfriend, but I've not changed her name. Sandra loved the casino. She adored roulette, swooned over the free soft drinks, but she hated, despised, loathed blackjack. Fucking racist. I've actually got 25 really well-crafted, even published poems, but this is poem 472, and it's actually a haiku. And for those who don't know, haikus are sad. An earthquake struck Stoke, destroying the whole city, but no one noticed. Oh, what's this? Sometimes my girlfriend leaves me little notes within my set, just to let me know actually how much she loves me. This just says, "Isn't it strange that broken glass tastes exactly like blood?" Okay, does it really say that? It's stand-up comedy for you. We've actually rehearsed, believe it or not. And I'm actually going to do a relatable poem for you, for those who couldn't relate with my other ones. So, Peter had been sat in Steve's house for 30 minutes, and he still didn't know the Wi-Fi password. Steve was a poor host, so Peter killed him, but had no idea how to get rid of the body, as he still couldn't access the Wi-Fi. If that wasn't relatable enough for you, I've got another relatable one. I want you to put yourself in Gillian's shoes. His poem's called Gillian's Shoes. Sweat poured down Gillian's face. Her heart pounded as she reached the last meters of the 26 miles. She was in the lead. She must have been. There was no one else. There was no one else. Maybe she got on the date of the marathon wrong. Gillian limped home, shattered and ashamed. I don't always perform my poetry in bedrooms. I often perform my poetry in front of celebrities. And I remember one time Brian Blessed was sat in the corner and he just yelled up at me, you know, as he does, "Do you just do poems?" I said, "No, Brian. I'm also really good at impressions." And on that bombshell, I think this is me. So, bye.
Beautiful. My wire was swinging in wire swinging away there to show how much the wire was enjoying your performance there as well. Thank you very much, Ryan Kenny, or as my daughter, if you did watch the live draw, thought you were called Ryan Kevin, which, as I mentioned at the time, maybe when we get together, mate, that can be our celebrity name, can't it? And again, loads of love for Ryan coming through there. Some great stuff. Absolutely beautiful. What a show it has been this evening. I've been much more relaxed, haven't I? Have you noticed? A bit more chilled out. So people were worried about my mental health last week with the camera and everything issues that I was having. A bit more relaxed this week. I think I'll smarten myself up. I've been inspired by Lauren's dad. Okay, next week, I promise. I'm going to, all the effort will be back again. I'll dress up. I might wear the pineapple shirt again, to be honest with you. Look, all these rounds of applause, great comments coming through for Ryan there. Fantastic. Thank you very much, everyone watching online. Obviously, you out there in audience land, absolutely amazing. Means a lot to the acts. They can't hear your rounds of applause, but your comments, they'll be reading them on Facebook right now, scrolling through, seeing if their name was mentioned and if it was nice. So yeah, thank you very much. Please keep that going. And for the few of you that have as well, that have chipped in to Nodding Dog Comedy this evening, thank you so much. As it says in the comments, help us feed the dog, help us keep putting on these free shows and the live stuff that we do, and the podcasts and the competitions and everything else. And don't forget, I don't even think that I mentioned it, not only are people battling for the kudos, obviously, this is the first time ever that a UK new acts competition has taken place from Kev's Lounge, obviously, but also ever, like at all, that it's been done this way online. The inaugural, I love it. We're breaking new ground here, but as if that wasn't going to be reward enough that they will win that title. Just to put a bit more pressure on the last couple of acts, it's 500 quid up for grabs here as well, guys, which for some of us, me included, is pretty much more money than we've made during the whole of lockdown, pretty much. So look, loads on offer. We've got 2 more acts to go. Really excited about these as well. I don't know how the heck look, why have I been so changed tonight, haven't I? I'm saying heck, not even swearing as much. Goodness gracious, what is going on? Look, really excited about our last 2 acts of the evening. I know that you're going to absolutely love them as well. She might not talk about it. I'll have to ask her another point about where she's from. There's clearly an identity crisis going on with almost two place names coming together. But look, will you go wild and crazy? Really excited about these last 2. Come on, build it up now. Last 2 acts of the evening in the competition before our special guests as well. Build it up, little ripple, louder, stamp your feet, go wild, go fuck the neighbours, who cares? Go wild, go crazy, and welcome to the stage the brilliant Kate Checker.
Hi. Oh, thank you for coming to visit me in the spare room of my mum's house. I found my mother's mink fur coat, which I can't wear because then I look like Snoop Dogg. I'm quite relieved you've come to me today because I'm quite hungover, heads up. I had forgotten how much the British like to drink. And I mean, I am British, but I'd forgotten about it. And whoa, oh, Christ alive. I got so drunk yesterday. And yeah, hence the thing, why I'm hungover. I was actually, before lockdown, I was living in Berlin. And I traveled in the middle of like the Corona pandemic in May. And I came back and everything was empty, deserted, and I had masks and gloves, and I went all the way through to Wiltshire where my mum lives, home on the train, and people kept thanking me on the way. Maybe they thought I was an essential worker, but I was like, yes, you should be grateful that I came back to this country. I was a little bit concerned about the country when I came back. I came back and found out that there was a 100-year-old man running up and down his garden to fund our healthcare system. That seemed worrying. but people assured me it was a good thing. So yeah, why not? Yeah, I like being back with my mother. It's actually been all right. But being back in the small town where I live, like my mother is a very old, very tiny white lady. So when we're together, people have started mistaking me for her carer. Yeah, so it happened recently when we were walking through town. She stopped because she saw a guy she knew from church, and they were talking, and then he turned to me and said, "So, where are you from?" And I'd never had the experience of being asked where I'm from in the town where I was raised with the woman who birthed me on my arm. Because usually what I say when people ask me where I'm from is the reason I'm this color is my mum likes black dudes. But I can't say that in front of my mother. No, just like point at her vagina and be like, I'm from there. Yeah. I started lockdown. I moved in with someone I was dating. I moved in with someone I was dating for 10 days, and then we moved in together. And I'll tell you, if you move in with someone you've been dating for 10 days, it's not gonna work. No, not for any different reason other than just men are terrible. That reasoning hasn't changed. That's just that's how I feel about it. I wasn't very good at dating actually prior to lockdown. I had Tinder because I like to judge people, but I didn't really use it the way you're supposed to use it. I'd just be on it being like, oh, no, oh, yeah, maybe. And then, if it was a match and they started talking to me, I would block them because I don't like to talk to strangers. And then also I find dating quite stressful because, now you sometimes meet someone you like and then they ghost you. You know about ghosting, when they just disappear. Though my friend really helped me deal with it. Pro tip for all of you. She was like, the way I like to think about it is they've died. So they would love to text back, but they can't because they've died. And that helped me get over my ex-boyfriend. I was like, he'd love to call, but he can't because he's dead. And that joke has really taken on a whole different meaning in these times that it didn't have before. Which is quite stressful. For instance, my mum came running into the room the other day and shouted, "Nigel's dead!" And I was like, "Oh no, who's Nigel?" And it turned out Nigel is Monty Don's dog in Gardener's World. So yeah, it's time to be alive. I hope you're all well. Thank you very much for listening to me and having me. I think that's my time. I go sit down again and have a water.
The producer muted me during the acts. I don't know, my laugh, I must be pissing them off. You just concentrate on your job, producer, or I guess that is part of your job probably, isn't it? I don't know, messing with he'll tell me there was some producery reason for it. Absolutely brilliant from Kate there. Thank you so much from that. Another brilliant set. I mean, if nothing else, it's going to be so difficult for just 2 acts going through this evening. I know it's a stupid idea for a competition. I don't know what idiot came up with that. At least I'm finding myself a ton of new acts to book for Nodding Dog comedy gigs going forwards. Loads of stuff coming up, loads of new venues all over the place. I'm really excited. Please do give us, promote us a little bit. Why not? We're doing all this. Give us a follow on Facebook if you don't already, at Nodding Dog Comedy. Get over onto Twitter. The numbers there are shit. It's got to be said, at Nod Dog Comedy, because you don't get too many characters to fit in. Give us a follow, see what we're up to. Loads of stuff all over the place. Outdoor gigs with people like Russell Kane and Boothby Graffo and Dame Baptiste. People are asking for more info on that earlier. £12.50 a ticket as well. It's bonkers, but we're sold out. Just rubbing it in. Apart from the last week, there's a few left, and there's been more being bought tonight as well. That's me looking at my phone. When I look that way, it's at my phone. When I look that way, it's at the comments. When I look there, I feel a little bit self-conscious and on edge. Oh, you can tell words wouldn't come out. Look, it's the last act of the evening before our special guests and the judges, poor old judges, having to make a decision about just 2 acts going through. I don't know what's worse, going on first or last, or does it not matter because it's on the internet? It probably doesn't matter too much at all, does it really? But keep being wonderful as you have been. You've been a great audience, I assume. Guessing that, but all of you that have been commenting, numbers have been great tonight as well. So thank you so much for all you sharing. But the last act of the evening, headlining the gig, basically. Down south again, right down to the south coast. We're all the way off to Southampton for act number 11 this evening. Please go wild and crazy as you have for all the others, I'm sure. And welcome to the lounge, the magnificent Catherine Vine.
Hello. Hi. Sorry, I was muted. I don't know whether that was me or whether that was you. But hi. So I am actually quite lucky. I didn't do too badly in lockdown. I work in a school, so I was able to keep carrying on going to work, leaving the house, seeing other human beings, which was really good for keeping me sane. Although I do work with 4-year-olds who drive me absolutely insane. So swings and roundabouts. But it's actually the school holidays now, so I've got a lot of time on my hands, but I'm trying to keep busy. I've been listening to this really good new true crime podcast. Well, I say podcast, it's overhearing my husband argue with his colleagues over Zoom. Who knew you could get so het up about £5,000 missing from the company books? My husband reckons it's Anne from accounts because she just had a kitchen done. But I'm like, whoa, 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 spoilers. I'm waiting for tomorrow's episode, the formal interview. But like I said, I work in a school, so I have first-hand experience of exactly what little shits children can be. But I also have ovaries and hormones, and realistically about 5 years before my reproductive system shuts up shop for good. Although I have serious doubts about whether it was ever really open. Like, I think it had all the facade of a Build-A-Baby workshop, but without the capabilities of a legitimate business. Just like my vagina was a front laundering money for the Tampax and Durex corporations. But basically what I'm trying to say is I'm not sure I can actually have kids. I might be a bit of a barren Karen. Although not Karen, I just said that word for the rhyme. Can you imagine an actual barren Karen? She'd be at the fertility clinic like, the average British woman has 1.7 babies and I'm yet to have any babies. I demand to see the manager. But it is quite hard. You know, like my friends are having babies now. I see babies. I get quite broody. And it doesn't even have to be like a human baby. It could be a kitten, a puppy, or have you seen Baby Yoda? Now, if you've not seen Baby Yoda, this is what Baby Yoda, hopefully you can, oh, so cute, Baby Yoda. It's almost as if the Star Wars franchise is now owned by some big global conglomerate who just wants to make as much money as possible and flog needless, worthless merchandise to innocent children and hapless idiots. Oh, hi. Anyway, I thought Baby Yoda was Baby Yoda, but Baby Yoda isn't Baby Yoda, but maybe Yoda's baby. Like, apparently the timelines don't match up for it to be Yoda when he was a baby, but he could be the father of this baby. But that begs the question, who's the mum? And like, how did they meet? Where did they meet? When did they meet? Because you don't see a lot of them things hanging about. Like, I don't think they're frogs. Well, I thought he's using the force, isn't he, to find a date. He's like, swipe right I must. Hot she is. Anyway, I think that is all the time I have. Thank you so much for having me. Back to Kev.
Thank you, Catherine. Brilliant stuff. What an amazing end to the evening. Brilliant, great energy. Really funny again. Oh, what a night. I mean, how are the judges going to decide? I don't know. Look, let's go through it. There's been loads of love there for Catherine. I don't know why it does that little square. That must be when it can't read the what do you call those things? Emoji. It just puts a little square up. I'm assuming it's something good. I'm sure it was. Look, loads of love there. Ali giving whoops. Sue saying calf. Go on, calf. Woo, whoop, whoop. There's so many whoops. Catherine, you've got more whoops than anyone else tonight. So if nothing else, you're home already. Take it home still. Anyway, you can keep that. Oh, that was a really good. Go back, Nathan. There you go. This heat has been the best week yet. I really enjoyed Capriella and Christian Russell Pollock. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. You see, look, we've bonded, me and Nathan now. Go back. The videos are still there. You can watch me and Nathan having a bit of beef the last couple of weeks. But it's all friendly now. It's nice. Could change next week. Stay tuned. Look, we're going to them a little bit late, but normally, guys, I apologize for this special guest. Normally, I talk way more shit, and we're running way over. So this is literally on time, basically this evening. Really exciting stuff, and our producer knows nothing about this because we organised this like a little bit while the show was on as well. So, Mr. Producer, what I need you to do is it's Sean. I hadn't scrolled down. Hello, Sean. You're right, mate. There you go. Wait, well, might as well get him on. Comedy Sports, amazing. They've been on my radio show, and I mentioned they have a radio show as well. I don't anymore, but I used to. Comedy Sports are here to entertain us for the next 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes while the judges do their job and judge everyone. Let's give you a rundown of the names, though. That's the order. Remember, Kev. Leon Bukowski, Capriella Hooper, Danny Johns, Chris Ashworth, Eamon Goodfellow, David Broadbent, Lauren Duglin, Christian Russell Pollock, Ryan Kenny, Kate Checker, and finally Catherine Vine. All absolutely amazing, all deserving our love and adoration this evening for throwing themselves into this weird comedy world that we now occupy. Let's get them up on screen, Mr. Producer. Can we get Kate Bron and Sean Mason up on the screen? Hello, Kate.
Hi, good to be
Hello,
here.
Bron.
Thank you so much for having us, Kev.
Hi.
No worry. Hello, guy. I'm glad. I mean, you've been booked for weeks, so I've been really looking forward to this. For
Exactly. It's a really good thing that it's a really good thing that we're improvisers.
You didn't leave because we were on it.
It's a really good thing. None of you have got anything to do as well. So thank you.
And we're not in the running for the 500 because obviously none of us need it. As improvisers, we are very wealthy. This is a very successful medium.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's two. Obviously, you go on about it all the time, don't they? PPE and improvisation. That's all you bloody hear at the moment that we need more of. Amazing
Totally
stuff.
True.
Can I pass over? Do you need me, or can I?
We're just going to need you from time to time to throw in a suggestion, but you could do that in the chat if you wanted to, and we could get it from the chat.
I can do it orally. That's when you can. I'm doubting there's various meanings of that word. I can do it. I don't need to be on screen. I can disappear off screen, and you can hear me. And then you like a voice from above. That would be better, wouldn't it? Mr. Producer, will you remove me?
Wonderful. Hello, we're Comedy Sports. Thanks for sticking with us tonight while the judges are doing the hard work. We're just going to play a couple of fun games just to show you what we do, show us what we do, remind ourselves what we do. I'm Kate. I'm here with my teammates, Braun and Sean. We're going to play 2 games tonight, 99 Problems and Role Play. The first game that we're going to play, as I just said, is called 99 Problems. Now, if you know the Jay-Z song, 99 Problems, you know that he goes on to wax philosophical about various issues that are plaguing him in his life. We are an all-ages improv troupe, so we don't do swears or anything that is too post-watershed, because we like to play for everybody. We just want everyone's money is basically what it is. So we're going to take some suggestions from Kev, just 1-syllable word suggestions, and we're going to improvise some raps around it. For example, if the suggestion was cat, I would set it up to pitch to Braun, and I would use that Jay-Z format. I'd say, if you're having feline problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but
cat ain't one.
And then Braun would do a new rhyme, pitch it to Sean, and it would rhyme with cat as well. We'll keep using that word until we run out of steam or really mess it up beyond repair. So, Kev, could you give us a 1-syllable word that's not cat?
Dog.
Excellent choice. The opposite of cat. Dog.
Apparently, sorry, it's not gonna. You're not gonna be able to hear me if I'm not here. But I don't want to be here. I mean, I do want to be here, but I don't want to.
You're like half of the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. It's fine.
limelight. So I can either jump in and out. I mean, this is smooth as fuck, isn't it? Sorry, guys.
That's it, Rob.
Yeah, this is proper pro.
If you want, you can jump in, or you can just type it in the backstage chat if you want, and we can grab it from there.
They are perfect. Why don't I think it? You should. Yeah, you should do my show. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll do that. Dog. Sorry.
Excellent. Thanks, Kev. Good input from Kev. All right, so we're going to start the same order. It's going to go me to Braun, Braun to Sean, Sean back to me. We're going to come up with as many rhymes for dog as we possibly can, and hopefully we understand the volleyball that we are setting up to spike with each other. Okay. If you're having canine problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but
dog ain't one. If you're having another word for cat problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
a mog ain't one. If you heard, that was there. If you're having fallen tree problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
log ain't one. If you're having whipping people very harshly problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
flog ain't one. If you're having toilet problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
a bog ain't one. If you're having Danish shoes problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems.
But a clog ain't one. If you're having the group that sang Wild Thing problem, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
the Trogs ain't one. If you're having 1990s, like that hard disc throw 'em on the floor problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
Tog ain't no Pog.
No.
Oh, Sean, how could you not know Pog?
He shows his age.
I've never think called Togs as no Tazos.
Actually, close.
Deep shame. What we need now from Kevin over in the chat is just to give us another one-syllable word. We're going to try it again. Sean is going to start us out with this one because he is the one that messed up on the chain, on the rap chain. So Kevin's going to type another one-syllable word in there. Whatever it is, we'll do our darndest with it. And the word is chef. So many words do not rhyme with chef. So, and quite frankly, I have some in my head, but I don't know if it's a swear or not. And when I'm playing comedy sports, I can't swear. I'm going to ask Braun in the chat.
Let's just go.
Okay. Sean, you start us out, please.
If you're having someone who cooks for a living problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but a
chef ain't one. If you're having my sister's name problem, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
Steph ain't one. If you're having farting problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
Kev ain't one. If you're having, what did you say, problems? I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
say again.
Deaf.
Deaf. Oh, of course it's deaf.
What?
I was so worried about whether or not.
I've never heard the word. You've written the word meth.
Is meth a swear word?
I've never heard it before.
It's like calling someone a melt. I'm pretty sure.
I don't even know what that is. Let's just move on.
It's because you don't go to Liverpool enough. Kevin, please give us one more word. Make it 2 syllables. 2 syllables, please. This is going to be extra hard. This is the closing round for 99 problems. Then we're going to play role play. Very exciting times to be alive. 2 syllables. Can they do it? Oh, and the word is freezer. Braun, start us off with freezer.
If you're having cold chills problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
freezer ain't one. If you're having mid to late noughties punk rock problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
Weezer ain't one. If you have an old man problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
Geezer ain't one. If you're having Manelli problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
a Lisa ain't one. If you're having a way of downloading music that isn't Spotify problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
Deezer ain't one. If you haven't, I like dairy products, and this is a nickname I call myself, problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
a cheeser? Ain't
sure.
One? Okay. If you're having stuff coming out your nose at a very fast rate problem, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but
wearing a mask is what you should be doing.
It's important and safe.
But it was sneezer.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was the game of 99 problems. I hope you enjoyed our very, very street gritty improvised raps that we gave for you right there. Braun is now going to host the game of role play.
Cool. The way this game works, from Kev, I guess, in the chat, give us an event you might go to that's not a birthday party or a funeral. They're both sad. The way this game works, Sean and Kate are going to do a scene at any point. They can shout to me to roll this 10-sided dice, and whatever it lands on is the level of which their response and continue will in the scene. I don't know. It's late, isn't it? Engagement. I love Kev's written engagement party ?
Are we getting married?
Anyway, let me. Sorry, you're gonna have to see part of my room while I.
I've only ever been to one engagement party, and the wedding didn't.
Oh. Right, wait. I've lost the camera. I'm nearly there.
There
we go.
Okay.
So, you get to roll, and it's like D&D, isn't it?
We game.
Yeah,
We all game.
Don't get it really quickly.
We're LARPers.
Engagement party is your suggestion. Off you go, Kate and Sean.
Well, I tell you what, Larry, I saw these two arguing in the parking lot last night, and I am not sure that they are built to last.
Well, I saw that argument, and then 10 minutes later, I saw them round the back of the kitchens, but with different people. It was very strange.
Oh, I think we should continue gossiping about them, but I'm concerned that they can hear us. Braun, roll for how loud our gossipy conversation is.
It's a 3.
I think we're fine. It's absolutely okay. They're completely occupied over there with other friends.
Of course, she's only doing it for the money.
You're kidding. I didn't know that Stephen was wealthy.
Roll for how scandalized this next bit of gossip is going to be.
Okay. Oh, it's a 6.
He has 2 butts.
2 butts?
Yes.
That is a strange medical thing, but ultimately not a problem, I guess. Just an above average weirdness.
Yes, it is above average weirdness. And to be honest, if he wears the right trousers, you can't even tell, because the 2 butts are very small butts, and each butt just fits like a butt cheek into his trousers. So it's 4 butt cheeks, but 2 butt cheeks per half of trousers.
Roll for how secretly in love with the bride-to-be I am.
Okay. Oh, it's a 4.
I fancied her once, but I'm over it now.
Yeah, she got really snotty when she started getting with Steve. Roll for how in love I am with Steve, the man with 2 butts.
Oh, I've dropped on the floor. Hang on.
Oh, God. I don't know how in love with him I am.
I've genuinely lost the dice. Oh, no, there we go. Oh, it's an 8.
You tell me about it. You might be in love with her, but I am so drawn to those cheeks.
Oh, well, yes. Roll for how drawn to the cheeks I am.
It's a 2.
Not for me, although I did think about it once in university.
I tell you what, Larry, do me a favor. Go get me another white Zinfandel.
I will, yes.
Roll for how long it takes Larry to get me some more Dutch courage.
Okay, 5.
I tell you what, it's been 10 minutes since he's been at the bar. Is it backed up or what? Oh, here he comes.
Once I realized I could order online, it was much easier.
Thank you. Okay, so anyway, we weren't technically invited to this. I didn't tell you until now, but don't worry, I have an escape plan in case they notice us. Roll for how extreme the escape plan is.
Oh, it's a 4.
It's a Volkswagen.
Hey, let's leave it there. Hello, it's my face.
Scandalous.
All right, that was 2 comedy sports games. We are doing shows several times a week because Laughing Horse is putting its free festival on during this pandemic online. So, Sean or Braun, would you mind just telling our viewers how they can tune in?
Yes, we are doing 4 shows a week. So we're doing Mondays and Fridays at 12:30 for some lunchtime hour-long shows, and Wednesdays and Saturdays 7 p.m. for some evening hour-long shows. So if you want to have a laugh, and come and watch that, and just find our website, which is comedysports.co.uk.
With a Z.
There. And yeah, and all the details are there.
Hey, thanks, Kev, for having us, and thanks for watching, everybody. Good luck to all the
good
contestants.
luck. Good luck, contestants.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Superb. Bye. One at a time. We get rid of you, Kate. Last of all, brilliant. Thank you so much. Comedy Sports. That worked incredibly well. They should do more of that. They should start doing some shows around the place, shouldn't they? That must be absolutely brilliant. No, great stuff. I really loved it. Yeah, please do check them out on the online festival as well. They've got websites and Facebooks as well. Comedy Sports with a Z, because it's cool, and that's what kids do. Kids are into cool stuff. Amazing. Thank you so much for jumping on the show tonight. Brilliant. And loads of love in the comments for you guys as well, which is brilliant. And it has to be said, quite a lot of debate going on amongst audience members this evening as to who their favourite should be. But I have got, they've come in my ear, and they have told me the two acts that are going through this evening. Again, the judges hate me because they keep just saying, Kev, can't you book a really rubbish week with two clear winners? Because this is an absolute nightmare, as it has been. We've got like one wild card for the whole 6 heats as well. I know. We'll work on this for next time. But thank you. Can we have a round of applause for all of the acts tonight? And let's mention their names one more time so that you can check them out. Stalk them. Check them out online as well. Give them your support there. Leon Bukowski, Capriella Hooper, Danny Johns, Chris Ashworth, Eamon Goodfellow, David Broadbent, Lauren Duglin, Christian Russell Pollock, Ryan Kenny, Kate Checker, and Catherine Vine. You were all absolutely amazing this evening. We loved it. Thank you so much for all your energy. But the two acts that are going through to the final, I just feel a bit sick doing this and a bit horrible. First of all, in no particular order, I should mention, first off, it's Danny Johns is through to our grand final on September the 20th. Congratulations. Well done, Danny Johns. And the second act through this evening, start celebrating, pop in the, well, it's 500 quid, so I wouldn't go expensive champagne. Maybe just some Briscoe. Something a little bit fizzy. Don't go over the top till the final. Please put your hands together and congratulate the magnificent Capriella Hooper. Is the second act to go through. So it's Danny Johns and Capriella Hooper. Of note, they did say everyone was brilliant. They love Ryan, they love Kate, they love Catherine, they love Christian, they love Laura. They literally loved everyone. Yeah, they did. David, loads of love for David as well. Chris, everyone was amazing. A really difficult choice for them again this evening. But look, thank you so much for all the acts. Congratulations, Danny, and to Capriella. We'll see you in the final. We may still see one of the other acts as our wild card going through as well. And that's it. We are for these 6 weeks, and then for the final, we're like your calendar, aren't we? In a way, this is the end of the week, Monday morning tomorrow. But I hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been an absolute treat. You being able to see my beautiful face and hear my dulcet tones properly this week as well. Thank you so much to everyone that's chipped in a few quid as well. That means the absolute world to us. You can still do that 24 hours a day if you don't get yourself in debt. Gamble responsibly, as they say. But no, if you would like to chip in a little bit to help us feed the dog and keep the Nodding Dog comedy projects on the road during these difficult times, that'd be absolutely amazing. Check out Nodding Dog Comedy on Facebook, Nod Dog Comedy on Twitter as well. See what we're up to. These outdoor gigs, we're going to have to do more of them. They've been massively popular. Of course, there would be with people like Russell Kane and Boothby Graffo and Mike Newell and Harriet Dyer and Dame Baptiste. I think that's everyone I'm mentioning, and all the acts that are involved. Anna Thomas, Alex Stringer, and Natalie Huston as well, and amazing people. Look, it's been a great show. I'm quite tired. It is exhausting doing this, but in an uplifting, beautiful way as well. I've been Kev Rook. You've been amazing. We'll see you again next Sunday, 8:30, Heat 4, and I'll be in a suit. I've said it now. Goodbye. Have a good night.